Good morning, good morning, good morning. Turn these sound gifts off. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You feel that, right? You feel that energy? We are one.
We all one, y'all.
One love.
Good morning, good morning,
One
good
life.
morning. I'm happy. Good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. High frequency. He's talking high frequency. Yeah. Good energy. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Yeah. Chakra. Nikki. Southside. October. I see y'all. Aquarius. So, y'all feeling that good energy this morning? Good energy. Good energy. Good energy. Miss Cream. Welcome. 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 Hey. We started off with some good energy. Good energy. Hey. We give it a few minutes here. All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's go, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. Nobody's gonna kill the vibe today. Hey. Morning, morning, morning. Hey. If my guests are in the room, drop a strawberry if you here. Where the guests at? Where the guests at? Hey. 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 Let's go, let's go. 7 more wheels. We gotta get this challenge up in here. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. 6 more wheels, 6 more wheels. Hey, let's go, let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Good energy. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to Life Happens. I don't need no negativity around me. No. High frequency. When high frequency, yeah. Good energy. I need 10 wheels from 10 different viewers. Okay, we got 6 more to get from 6 more people. Hey. Thank you, Ocean. Hey. Hey. 2 more minutes, y'all. Then we gonna get started. Giving our guests time to get into the room. Giving our guests time to get into the room. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all ready for a good show? Y'all ready for a good show? Road Warrior. We're giving about another minute or so. Giving our guests time to get up into the stream. Because y'all know last week we talked about gender topics. And it's going to get lit. Hey. Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all gotta wake up. This is the morning wake up show. You gotta wake up, okay? We all winning here. We all win to the winner circle. You come over here, y'all winning. Everybody win over this way. Hey. Hey, okay, my guests, y'all in the room. Y'all can go ahead and box up. Y'all can send me that request and box up. Let's go. 2 more people. Need 2 more viewers to send them wheels. 2 more viewers. 2 more viewers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Judy in the room. You can box up. Here we go. Chakra energy. You can box up, Queen. Okay. Welcome everyone here to Life Happens with Strawberry Red. Our topic today is gender roles. Okay, if you was here last week, you already know this topic is juicy, okay? So we are on part 2 of gender roles, and we have a new guest on our panel, and we still have everybody from last week. So what is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? Okay, it got juicy last week. So, we back on the topic again. There are a couple of rules I would like to announce here. And the rules are no cursing on the panel, profanity, and the same thing goes for the people in the chat. No cursing or profanity in the chat. Please be mindful what you say and how you say it. Remember, we have the after show, okay, at 9 o'clock where you can get down and dirty and you can say whatever you want to say in the after show. So stick around and make sure you hold your thoughts so you can get in that date box and tell us what you got going on, okay? There's no gender bashing. There's no religion bashing, okay? Remember, these are these people's experiences, and you have your own experience. That's why it's called Life Happens, right? So remember, you may not agree. You may agree, but it's okay to disagree respectfully, okay? I am your host, Strawberry Red, and here on your panel, we have King Aquarian Soul. Shout out to him. We have Miss Judy, baby. And we have Big Ocean. And we have Shocker Energy, our new top bash. Congratulations to this queen, y'all. Show her some congratulations there. And we see y'all with the gifts. So thank y'all so much for gifting me and gifting everyone here on the panel. We appreciate it, okay? Thank you so much for being a part of the show. So last week, we had some juicy questions. And I'm going to recap some of the questions that we had last week so that y'all can know. Okay, we defined what is a male and a female role in a relationship. Is it okay for the woman to propose to the man? And is it okay for the man to accept the proposal? What boundaries should be set in a relationship? Could you accept your man or woman working in any profession? And do you agree the man should bring home the bacon and the woman should take care of the household? These were our questions from last week. We left off with, could you accept your man or woman working in any profession? We didn't get finished with that question, okay? So they needed more time to answer that question. So we can bring it back to that question and give them time to answer that question fully and into depth. So we're going to bring it over here to Big Ocean. And Big Ocean, can you go ahead and recap what you were stating last week and add your input on could you accept your woman working any profession?
No. Big no. AT double hockey stick no. Hey, no. Again, last week, as I mentioned, hey, I believe that the female spot. I mean, I believe that your significant other, whatever type of status that y'all in, however y'all want to frame your relationships, y'all are extensions of each other's. If just based off of my trajectory and my current path, I need like-minded individuals. I'm willing to accept your past, depending on what it may have been. But going forward, right now, I need somebody that's gonna align with my vision and help me get to the next level. So I'm not willing just to accept any and every profession right now.
Okay.
Maybe when I'm in my 80s and I'm desperate.
Okay, so ladies, he is single, so keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. We're going to bring it over to Chakra Energy. Would you accept your man working any profession?
Okay, so good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. This is the earliest time I've ever gotten up, y'all. But maybe, look, so any profession, not really. If it's like, if he's maybe like an actor or something and he may have to play a scene, I may be a little, uncomfortable depending on what the scene is. Like, dang, you acted real good just now. But my dynamic with my husband is different. So because we live a polyamorous lifestyle, I kind of, it's different for me. Um, yeah, not the head down. Yes, so for me, it's a little different. Now, when it comes to certain things like engaging in that way, no. But if it's something where it's going to set us up in the future to, set that foundation, he's making good money, we're at a good trusting place. So I don't see what would be the problem. Honestly, if he's an actor and he's doing that, I'm gonna be right there on the scene, like, baby, what you need?
I hear that. She gonna be sticking beside her man what he need, long as he bringing home that bacon and it's benefiting both of them. I get that. So her lifestyle is a little bit different. Very juicy, Shaka. I just learned something new about you. So we're gonna bring it over here to King Aquarian. So, could you handle your woman working any profession?
I could, yeah. It doesn't bother me, or I say it wouldn't bother me. I could definitely understand the idea. If I'm in a certain trajectory with my career, I could definitely understand aligning myself with someone that fits that vision, because people will always try to use that against you to try to bring you down. So I could definitely understand that. But with me not necessarily having that type of trajectory, like, I'm more open-minded in that sense, like, more free. Whatever you want to do is what you want to do, but we're going to have a conversation about it. Like, it's not just going to be like, but I'm never going to try to hold you down or force you to do anything type of situation, like bend to my will or I'm out of here type situation. I don't do that. I don't do ultimatums like that.
Okay. No ultimatums, but willing to compromise.
Yeah, well, to a degree. Absolutely.
To a degree.
Within reason.
Got it. Welcome to Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. We're talking about gender roles. What is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? So our question goes over here to Judy, baby. Could you handle your man working any profession?
So to recap what I said last week, yes. I feel like I'm very secure in myself, and I'm really, really secure in my relationship to know that whatever he's doing out there is purely for, let's bring the money back so we can go to the Bahamas later, type stuff. So, set up whatever boundaries that need to be set up. But for real, do you? I kind of equate it to being in a streamer relationship. They gonna say what they need to say in their stream. Hello, ain't nothing gonna change. Hello, like, just anybody who wants to come put a ring on this. I'm gonna say what I want to say in my stream. Hello. Pretty much. You gotta do what you gotta do.
She said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now Spree said he's gonna start making up his profession. Okay, he's giving out services. Dial 1-800-SPREE. We see you, Spree. Okay, my next question is, and this came from Big Ocean. He wanted to bring this here on the panels today about men's vulnerability. Is it okay for a man to be vulnerable in and out of a relationship? We're talking about men's vulnerability because we know men like to hide their emotions with women. So, Big Ocean, we're going to start it off with you.
Ooh, why you got to start it off with me?
This is your question.
Yo, can I defer to a woman first? I'm interested in.
He want to pass. Who's the woman you want to pass the buck to?
Hey, see, Chakra is real vibrant. So let's see what Chakra got to say. Congrats on your top badge as well.
Hey, this is the deference. Okay, so
Good morning.
Good morning. Right. For me, I feel like society does put a lot on men to be a certain way, for them to be, acting as if they're not human beings. They should not have emotions. And I mean, this is within our upbringing. Men are not supposed to cry. Men are not supposed to do this, And so we bring it into adulthood, which I feel is absolutely unnecessary. I feel like when you have a woman, then she's not going to look at you any type of way. You should be able to be vulnerable with that woman. You should be able to speak on the things, and it's okay to cry because we're humans, now obviously us women, we like, that testosterone at the end of the day. So that dominance, that you know, not control, but be able to lead, that's one thing. But just because a man is vulnerable doesn't take away from him being able to be the head of that household. And I think that a lot of women, you know, kind of misconstrue that.
I get that. So I'm gonna have a follow-up question for you, Chakra. Do you think women make it hard for men to open up and be vulnerable with them?
Yes, definitely. Dang, I said that fast. Right.
And why do you think that?
I feel like that because they go back to the same thing that their those men parents said, you know, like, you a man, like, be a man about it, or, you know, toughen up or whatever. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you supposed to, you know, and it's a lot of, it makes it very hard for a man to be able to just say, hey, babe, I'm having one of those days. Or I feel like, you know, I tried at this business and I'm feeling, you're supposed to be, us as women, we're supposed to wind that man's back up. Like, I understand, you know, how this could be. Like, you have every right to feel like that. We're going to go back to the drawing board and I'm right here with you. Like, how are we going to get to it? Versus you need to figure that out by yourself because you're the man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Let's talk about it. Right.
Absolutely. Welcome to Life Happens with Strawberry Red. Our topic is gender roles. What is the male and female role in and out of relationship? Make sure y'all hit everyone here on the panel with the fave. And thank y'all so much for the gifts. And we see y'all down there in the comments. We see y'all. Big Ocean passed the buck over to Chakra. So we're just going to go ahead and get one more lady's opinion so he can hear what they have to say. Then we're going to get the men's input here. So Miss Judy, how do you feel about men being vulnerable in a relationship?
I am totally for a man being vulnerable in a relationship. Home should be the place that you could be what you need to be. Outside, you probably, you know, you need to uphold whatever character during your job, during your, you know, your whatever experience you got going on outside. But at home, you should be able to be who you need to be and be vulnerable with me. So definitely, I'm for a man being vulnerable. I do agree with Chakra. You know, society has put that damper. Parents in these last generations have put that damper. No, you know, don't cry. You know, you can't play with this certain thing. You can't, this is going to make you look a certain way. No, at home, this is what we do at home. You know, tell me what it is. Tell me what's going on, and we can work whatever out.
Okay, I got that. Now I have a follow-up question for you, Judy, because this is going to give the men a little bit more insight. What do you do as a woman that allows your man to be open and vulnerable with you? How do you allow him to be comfortable with you? What do you do where he can feel that he can be vulnerable with you?
Saying that I definitely let him know that. I'm all about communication. I'm all about letting you know, I see something's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. It's okay. I got it. You know, lean on my shoulder. You know, it's nice and soft over here. Come on, tell me what's going on.
She said, nice and soft like a pillow. Okay, I hear that. There's a shoulder to cry on if you need one. I hear that, Judy. I hear that. Now, Big Ocean, back to you. Is it okay for you to be vulnerable in a relationship?
Hey, it seemed like the key to being vulnerable in a relationship is to get a woman who got locks. That's what it seemed.
Oh my God. See, I was going to that.
Hey, it's a pretty good point. Hey, but nah, from a male perspective, I go back and forth on that one a lot, right? Because I think it's a very thin line between being vulnerable and being overly emotional, right? And I just think based off of society standards and the norms that's placed on the male's image and perception and how he should carry himself, I don't think there's no room for vulnerability, right? So as we go out and we try to combat these day-to-day challenges on us, that presents us, and try to make sure we uphold this, I guess, this status quo or this persona per se, it weighs on us. I'm not gonna lie to you, as males, it weighs on us heavily, right? And if we don't have a resting spot to be able to come vent or recharge, throughout the day or from time to time, you'll see us start to implode, explode in various ways, and it'll affect the relationship dynamics overall. So being able to, ideally, men would like to be, somewhat vulnerable, just maybe have a moment and get back to reality. But a lot of women have a tendency to make it pretty difficult on us to do so.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question for you. What do you need as a man from a woman to be able to be open and vulnerable with her?
What does a man need from a woman? So you asked me what I need from a woman to be vulnerable with her?
Yes.
I would say most importantly, trust and support with it, because at the end of the day, and for her to be able to acknowledge how I feel, right? Because a lot of women have a tendency, and I'm not just saying every woman in the world. I'm not saying that, because clearly women with locks got it. They bred different, right? They bred different. But the women that you gotta be able to validate men emotions. You feel me? Like some people, when it comes down to when I'm communicating how I feel, they get into attack mode and feel defensive about it, and it kind of undermines exactly how they feel. So you want to be able to create a comforting, safe space for a man to be able to say what they need to say freely and no judgment, and it not be thrown back at them in an argument. Like I cried, you dig? If I cried at 7 pounds, shout out to 7 pounds, that was a good movie, you dig? It was a tearjerker. I ain't trying to hear that, you feel me? Like later on down the road, like yo, let me have a moment and move on with it. Like, you feel me? Like, I am human too. So that's just one of the pieces that you do. You got to create a safe space and be able to acknowledge and accept that individual's feelings. That's a big piece.
Big piece. Women, do not bring it back up in that man's face, and let them have that safe moment with you. Keyword, safe place. Welcome here to Life Happens with Strawberry Red. We'll talk about gender roles, part 2. What is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? Now we're going to bring it over here to King Aquarian Soul. Let's hear another man's perspective. Is it okay for you to be vulnerable in a relationship?
We just being all the way real. Vulnerability is a very dangerous, slippery slope as a man, right? Because it's like, you want me to share my feelings, but I can tell as I'm sharing my feelings with you, not really listening. So it's like you already showing me. It's like, do you really give a this, right? Like, okay, it's a feature show. I almost slipped. I ain't gonna slip. I got you. But it's like, yo, society. Let's take to what Chakra and what Judy was talking about in that piece, right? As a kid, you was told, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. But even more than that, if you showed a certain kind of emotion, I had to fight my brother all of a sudden, like, because he needed to toughen me up, like, right, like it was reinforced at every level. Like, if you went to school, you showed emotion, like, now you got to fight people because they think you soft, right? Like, you want to be left alone, but they, you know what I'm saying, like, so now you got to prove your point, your manhood, and it was that way for the longest, like, right. So now that as a man, people are like, oh, it's safe for you to share your emotions with me. It's like, I do that, and then it's like, you do the same thing that I already told you I didn't like. So it's like, did you really hear me in the first place? And then if I bring that up too much, oh, why you whining? It comes back. Even in adulthood with my relationship now, like, even with the person that's supposed to make me safe, that's supposed to make me feel like that it's okay. Like, it's a very dangerous, slippery slope, because every woman's not like that, of course. I'm just sharing with the experiences with some of the people that I've dealt with. Like, and it's crazy, right? Like Ocean said, like, we want that space to be safe, right? We're humans. Before we're man, woman, we're human beings, like, and sometimes it feels like that it's not okay for a man to actually be a human being and to show the emotions that humans are supposed to be able to let out. So vulnerability in a relationship, it can be the greatest thing in the world, but it can also be the thing that brings you down completely and drives you crazy.
Can I add something to that?
Yes, you can, Chakra.
Okay, so I gotta agree with what both Big Ocean and King Aquarian was saying. It is a slippery slope, and it's also, but the main thing is balance, though. because the same thing with us. I don't know about everybody in the building, but I'm from the islands. So a part of me is built a little stronger like than the average, princessy type of woman. Because growing up in Barbados, my family treated me the same way. Like, stop crying. Or so both of us on both ends, we had to like suppress a lot of emotions and stuff. So at the same time, I feel like, as long as that man can be that way with you, and he's not, overly like, dang, you want to be the little spoon all the time. Like, then that's a different story. Like, you a little too soft. Like, wait a minute. Now, if you want to express what's going on and we work it out together, but no island woman, Wavy, you know how we do. No island woman is going to just be like, let me coddle you. Like, the same way how I have to get my stuff together to keep going, to keep grinding, I'm expecting my partner to level up with me the same way. Period.
Absolutely. I think that goes back to what he said, finding a balance, not being overly emotional. And nowadays, men have to find that balance. And that's going to go into my next question that y'all keep mentioning here in your answers, is the way that we're raised. Should your parents raise you different based off of your gender? And we're going to bring that over to King Aquarian Soul. Should your parents raise you differently based off of your gender?
I would say no, for the most part, but there are certain things that should be taught early. It's a difficult question because the variables of it are so expansive. Like, you could raise a person this way and they could still end up this way. You could raise them this way and they may stay that way. Like, you can raise your child any way that you want to, honestly. But the way that they're actually going to be as they get older, it's not always going to be the way that you wanted it or the way that you guided them or the way that you thought it was going to. So it's just like, I don't even know if it matters as much as people really claim that it does in the grand scheme of things, honestly. But I don't feel like that you should raise them a certain kind of way based on their genders, but you can.
But you can. Okay, got that. Welcome to Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. Welcome to the stream. Our topic is gender roles. What is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? So, Judy, I'm going to bring that over to you. Should our parents raise us differently based on our gender?
I'm going to say, I'm going to say yes. Only because I'm focusing on the situation where it's you dapping up your son to go out and go get some, but when it's your daughter, she got to wait till she's 35. I don't feel that. I feel like both of them need to kind of hold back, hold fast, because each of them can come back pregnant, even though one of them coming back, actually carrying it, definitely on that subject. And as far as, overly preparing men, overly preparing y'all daughters, prepare y'all sons the same way. Make sure that they ready for whatever situation that's going to come about. Make sure they ready to protect themselves in any situation. I don't think that you should focus more on your daughter taking her to the gun range than your son. I don't think you should focus more on your daughter recognizing what type of language should trigger her to be like, okay, let me turn around, than your son. That's how I feel on that one.
Okay, so she believes yes, and Aquarian Soul believes no. So let's bring it over to Ocean. What do you believe? Do you think parents should raise their children differently based off of their gender?
I do agree with, I think, King Aquarian has some valid points. I definitely believe Exclusive has some great points as well. In my personal opinion, I think the answer is yes. I think that there's a set of core principles and beliefs that should be instilled in both children, despite their gender, i.e. religion, mental health, so on and so forth, chores, whatever, right? But at some point in time, they're going to go off on two different paths. and you got to prepare them. Like hopefully I want my daughter one day to find a husband and submit to him, and be the head of that household, as we kind of mentioned in the previous episode. And I want I want my son to go out, and be a head and provide that security, in every facet, and uphold those responsibilities as a male. So I got to kind of prep him to take on that role, and more so take on and prep my daughter to take on that role. I do think what Exclusive said, there is a way you can overcompensate. And I think as parents, we have a tendency to do so, which in some cases we enable our children. And that's something that we got to kind of get away from as a whole. You got to kind of let children experience certain situations, even though we want to protect them from them. We may do more harm later on down the road than good. So that's just one of the things you got to be mindful for. Just to kind of elaborate on that real quickly. If you want to make sure that your children has the finest education, lives in the bestest neighborhoods, and you take care of them and make sure everything is okay with them. But then as they get older, they're not as aggressive, and they don't necessarily have that, quote unquote dog when it come out to going out and approaching challenges in life. Why? Because they've been spoon fed a lot. So you gotta kind of take that into consideration too, of how you've impacted their upbringing by kind of protecting them from shortcomings that you may have experienced throughout your lifetime, and you don't want them to experience. But again, that created and shaped your character for who you are, and made you be able to provide for them. So you kind of take that away from them. But that's just my 2 cents on it.
I totally agree. I see y'all down there in the comments, and I'm going to get to your question in a minute, Spree. This is a feature show, so I do see multiple people requesting a box. If you want to get in the box, please wait till after the after show at 9 o'clock. Stick around, because then you can give your answers to the questions that are asked here up on the panel. Thank you so much for coming. So we're going to pass it over to Chakra Energy, but before we do, I do believe there are core values that we do install in female and male as parents, as there's certain core values that I'm instilling into my boys, as I'm raising 2 boys. So the way I was raised as a female, I can't raise them the same way as males. So I do think sometimes when we spoon feed them, we can do more harm than good. So we also, as parents, have to find a balance. And also sometimes we have to let our children, spread their wings and experience things for themselves. That's the only way they're going to learn. But we can't put our experiences off on them as much as we should as parents. And I'm going to pass that over to Chakra Energy.
So I want to start by saying that parenting, there's no road book. There's no roadmap. There's no right way of doing it. I feel like every parent is figuring it out as they go. Now, I feel like at the same time, we can't get away from, I know I've seen some comments saying equality, when you sign some paperwork, you're going to check F or M, correct? So we're in the real world, regardless of the fact, however, we try to run from it. Yes, we try to say equality, but there's certain things that women, can't do that men do. And I feel like, this day and age, a lot of people are, very big on like options and swipe left or swipe right, or I don't got to deal with this. The main, most successful, be able to have like that foundation. It's intended for us to find that person to marry, to have that household, to have that balance, whether it is a boy or a girl. You know what I mean? So meaning like, maybe good co-parenting. You get what I'm saying? Because for whatever, a woman's not going to be able to do or have that impact like what that father will say to that son. Vice versa, maybe that little boy may be able to go to his mom and be vulnerable, but has to toughen up with his dad. He's already learning the balance of how he's going to operate in the world. So at the same time, it is like our day and age right now, people be like, shunning marriage. Like, yeah, I just want to kind of do my thing. And I feel like we really need to get back to believing in marriage and how beneficial it could be for our future generations.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're new to the stream, make sure y'all hit everyone here with the fave. Welcome to Life Happens with Strawberry Red. We are talking about gender roles. What is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? Thank y'all so much for the gifts. We see y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is going to go over to something that Chakra mentioned. I think Chakra stays in my head because I have some questions here, okay? But I'm going to pass this question back over to you, Chakra. Can a mother fulfill a father's role if she was single, raising that child alone, and vice versa? If a father is a single parent, can he fulfill the mother's role?
It's always going to be the reason why man and woman was put together. A child cannot be created without both. You get what I'm saying? That's for a reason. So I know personally, because I was raised with a single mom, and I know how I felt, like maybe that's why I'm super emotional now. I cried out for my dad a lot. It don't matter what my mom was doing. It don't matter. She overachieved. She gave me everything. She had my friends going there. She over exceeded to make sure that I was a single child, and it was just me and my mom. But that didn't take away from me feeling like I was missing something, or like, why is my dad not here? Or I see other kids got their father and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we can do everything that we can as a single parent, but that child is going to feel something because genetically they have them genes from both parents. A part of them, a lot of times as I was growing up, my mom would literally tell me, I remind her of my dad. I didn't spend that much time with him, but things that I would do, the connection that I have with music, he's a DJ. That's why I'm so lively. So me and him don't have to have that relationship, but I feel, a part of my dad within my lifestyle. So at the end of the day, it's not something that we could avoid.
Okay, not something that we can avoid. She said no, and Spree said he blocked you if you said Happy Father's Day and you're a woman, because you're the mother and the father. I feel that's Spree. We're going to bring this over to King Aquarian. So, same question for you. Can a mother fulfill a father's role and vice versa? Can a father fulfill a mother's role if they were single raising their children?
So, fulfill, no. However, if she has to, she will. We've seen multiple cases of women stepping up and becoming the father that they had to become because the father left. So, to answer that question in the sense of saying just plainly no is just completely stepping on all of these women in the world that have done it over and over and over again. A lot of us men right now are only here because our mom stepped up and did what she had to do. Can she fulfill the role of a man? No, not completely. But when you have to step into that role, a lot of women have proven time and time again that they are more than capable of doing it. A lot have proven that they weren't. Let's get that clear. Like, a lot have proven that they weren't in that because they weren't capable of doing it, right? But I'm never going to disrespect the blood, passion, and tears of so many Black women and so many women in general, not even just Black women, just women in general that have stepped up and been the father when they needed to be, right? Same for men. A lot of times a man had to step up and be the mother as well, too. You have men out here that have done their children's hair. I've done myself, right? Like, they've done everything that they were supposed to do as a man to take care of their daughters or take care of their sons by themselves. Like, so that solo piece is a very, very hard thing to do. But so many people have done it, and so many people have made it work. So fulfill, no. But can they do it? Absolutely. It's been proven.
Okay. So we have another no here on the panel. He said fulfill, no. Someone said that women cannot raise a man. Okay, we're going to bring it over here to Judy. And Judy, what are your thoughts? Can a mother fulfill a father's role and vice versa? Can a father fulfill a mother's role if they were single, raising the kids?
Yes, simply because everybody who's saying no, everybody who thinks no, I think that they're not actually putting in, because it takes time, it takes research, it takes preparation. It's the same situation if you were to adopt a different cultured baby. You need to go put that research in and make sure they still have, their culture instilled, even though, say, you got a Chinese baby and you're Black. Make sure you still celebrating, Chinese New Year. Make sure you're still doing all of that. It's gonna take the research. It's gonna take that because a woman might not have been raised as a man. So, you don't know anything about it, or you think you know everything about it, but you don't know everything about it. So once you get that research in, and once you get that, talk to people, talk to other men, what do you think my son needs to know? Once you prepare for it, I think absolutely.
Okay. She said, once you prepare, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Judy. Make sure you stick around and stay in the comments. I'm going to allow you to drop, and I'm going to replace Truth Seeker with you. So we have a yes and we have 2 no's here.
I'm not saying that a woman can't raise like men. However, they do need some type of maybe like some type of help, like from the church, or like maybe they should have like Big Brother, or have some type of like influence as well, not only solely that mom. It doesn't have to be the father, but there's other powerful and influential men in the community that you can, have them shadow from time to time.
Okay. Yes, additional help. And we're welcoming Truth Seeker here to the panel. Welcome, Truth Seeker. And we're going to pass this over to Big Ocean. What are your thoughts? Can a mother fulfill the father's role? Or can a father fulfill a mother's role?
No. Big no. Ain't no way. And I think the big question is, why would you want to? Tell me, why would you want to? That'll be the question for me in the panel. Like, me as a male, why would I want to go ahead and fulfill a female's role? Like, when it come down to parenting, like, no, I'm not feeling estrogen. Like, I don't think like a woman. I don't want to learn how to think like a woman. I'm a man. I mean, hey, I was put here. This is my gender. This is my purpose. Like, I'm going to fulfill that. Like, we got to get away from the simple fact that we can do it all. Co-parenting and single parenting is not easy. All right. For all the single moms out here that glorify being single, like, stop it. Okay. Stop it. It's not cool. Okay, if somebody told me that I had to go ahead and pay 100% of the bills, you dig, and run like and raise a child for the rest of my life by myself, I'm not signing up for that. Why would I want to do that? That's stupid. Okay, it's stupid. It's delusional. All right, you don't want to do that. So no, I'm not. We got to get away from the mindset of having to do it all by ourselves. It takes a village to raise a child. Okay, so it takes more than just the mom and dad in the household. It takes the wisdom from the wisdom of the grandparents, the experience of the uncles, like the camaraderie of the cousins. Like, it takes a lot. Like, there's other ways you can help augment that absence or supplement it by, again, a mother, a grandmother, a friend, or whoever. Like, you don't have to take on that role. And women, I need you to get out of the mindset of, because society has forced y'all to harden, right? In order to be on the same playing field as a male, you're not a man, okay? Stop it. Just because you forced to take a leadership role, all right, and now you have to go ahead and now take that seat, and where you have to be, maybe a head of some organization or something. No, we're not equivalent. You a male, I'm a woman. It's two different lanes, right? So don't think that all of a sudden now, because society has put me in a leadership role, that now I can do it at that of a man. No, you can't. Stop it. Stop trying to. Okay? You don't pump testosterone. Leave it alone. All right? Go find you a man. Stay true to yourself. Go date. Go to Christian Mingle. If the minute Christian Mingle get a live section, I'm gone from tag. You did? I'm over. I'm out of here. All right? Go find somebody to help you raise this child and stop trying to do it on your own. It's not fun. Okay, it's not fun.
It's definitely not fun. He said, wake up, stop being delusional, okay? Stop being delusional, okay? Wake up, women, wake up. Okay, give me the wake up call and the good information. Welcome here to Life Happens with Strawberry Red. We're talking about gender roles. What is the male and female role in and out of a relationship? We have Truth Seeker here on the panel. Truth Seeker, same question for you. Can a mother fulfill the father's role and vice versa? Can a father fulfill a mother's role?
First of all, I want to appreciate you for having enough patience with me. Secondly, I'm going to say no. A man can never fulfill a woman's role, and a woman can never fulfill a man's role, regardless of how much they want to. A woman is born a woman, a male is always born a male. We have two gender roles, and we have to abide by what our roles are in life, as well as in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? This may be going a little bit deeper than what I should be going, but that's the problem with the way of the world today. They have enabled this alphabet gang, and I don't have anything against anybody, so don't take it personal, anyone. They have enabled this alphabet gang to be legal. Everybody should be legal. Who you love is who you love, and how you love is how you love. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Fact of the matter is, once they have enabled this to take place, women said to themselves, well, at this point, I'm going to have to be a man. I have to raise my children on my own. I have to figure out how I got to cut my grass. I got to figure out this. I can't get nobody to go pick up my kids from school. They don't want to ride the bus because they've been getting bullied for the last 3 years. All right? So that woman is forced to become, in her mind, a male figure and step up and take that role. It's not called fulfilling it. She's being forced to. And as a male, we are forced to be outside of the home. Now, what we have to understand, and this is all agenda. It's an agenda. It's a governmental agenda. And we all have to pay attention to it. She is definitely being a parent, yet she is being forced to become something that she was not intended to be. She was intended to be a female. She's forced to becoming a male mentally because she don't have that role around her household to be the foundation for her as well as those children. You know what I'm saying? So, no, a woman can never fulfill a man's role, and a man can never fulfill a woman's role. I truly feel like a woman should be a woman and a male should be a male. Come together as a unit and allow, like my man said, the village to help you raise your children. Your male may be down at a point in time. There may be a male in the village that can uplift that child mentally more than that male is able to because of his sickness. It definitely, like the Osha said, it definitely take a village, you know? And as a village, not a community, as a village, we need to stick together. Now, the village ain't going unless you allow yourself to allow it to be going mentally. We are the village. As strong as we are, that's as strong as our village is. When you allow anything to break it down, even by piece, then you enable that. And see, they negatively manipulate us, the government-wise, have negatively manipulated us and forced us to believe in that we're supposed to do this or we're supposed to do that. The only thing that we are supposed to do is love one another and rise together. That's it. That's all. All of the destruction, the devastation, the nonsense, the stupidity that's going on in the world today, regardless of it from being America, China, male, female, it doesn't matter. We are our own biggest critics, and we are our own worst enemy. It don't matter what color skin you are. Yet we, as a people, don't come together and unite so we can be a village. And that's the biggest problem with the male and the female role in life, not just in relationships.
Okay, so we need a village to raise them. Don't bring your children to Spree. They may not come back the same, okay?
I was gonna say, Strawberry, women do not think the government is that village, right? Just because the government is providing you assistance to take care of whatever you need to do, right? That does not mean that now you can move on and exclude a male from the picture. Okay, stop it. Just stop us. What are we doing here? Like what are we doing?
And see, they literally have made that the way that it is today to separate us, to segregate us, to divide us. You know what I'm saying? Because together we are stronger than we are away from one another. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they can divide, then it's easier to conquer. I can control you from the penitentiary. I can control her from the home and control the children. I give her ADC, Medicaid, Medicare, this, that, and the other. And then you're forced to pay child support. So we all have to understand as well as overstand that this is part of an agenda. We have a role. The female have a role. We wear them roles and we play them.
So
As a unit, and we
Hold
move
on
as
one
a
second.
village.
Truth seeker. Hold on. Go ahead and let you to add your input, and then I need to get in my next question. Go ahead,
Okay.
Chakra.
I will say I'm the one that said village, divine femininity over here. What I will say is that I agree with what Truth said, regardless of the fact when it comes to, I do believe that you should seek, maybe the church or maybe this or maybe whatever the case may be. However, society does, not in that way, but when it comes to us working 40 plus hours just to be able to pay our bills, like there are things or what in regards to the dating apps or the city girl mentality or the music that we listen to, it makes the community feel like we should be, I don't need no man, or I could do this by myself or whatever the case. So we don't understand the influences that are city boys too. So, and we don't understand the influences that are around us that basically, prevents us from being able to sit at a table, as a family or embrace marriage as a union to raise kids, because we're listening or hearing it or feeling like we always have all these other options. So we jump ship as soon as one person do something that don't check off of the list. Like, oh, well, these my kids, I'm gonna raise them by myself. I'll figure it out. So I feel like once we that third eye open and we realize what's really going on, then it's okay for both parties to be vulnerable to come together as a companionship and a partnership to raise these kids right. Period.
That sound like poetry to me, baby.
Period.
That sound like poetry.
Period. Point blank. Okay. We can talk about gender roles for a long time. I still have a lot of questions to get through, but I'm going to relate it to the chat question. Okay. Spree brought up a question a while ago, and we're going to put his question up here on the panel. So this will be the last question for the show. Okay. The question is, Spree asks, if someone's baby mama or baby daddy passed away, are they able to cry to you? That's going to bring it back to that vulnerability. How would you able to handle that? And we're going to bring it over to King Aquarius. So he has that thinking hand. Tell us your comments.
That last, everybody's comments on the last one had me thinking a lot, but I didn't get a chance. But okay, so baby mama dies. What are we talking about here exactly?
His question is,
I need a little more context.
Can you handle it? So if someone's baby mama or baby daddy passed away, this is going back to vulnerability, a man being vulnerable in the relationship. Do you believe that you are able to cry to your woman?
That would go back to my previous response as far as
vice versa. Or can she cry to you? So her baby daddy.
I always create the safe space for a person to be able to cry to me and share their emotions. Like everybody doesn't give that back, so it's like it just depends on who your girlfriend or your boyfriend is at the time, and how much you trust them, and what kind of space you guys have created for each other.
Okay, I like that. So depending on what type of space, and we're gonna bring it over to chakra energy. If someone you was dating or in a relationship with and their baby mother passed away, is it a safe place for them to cry to you?
And so, am I the parent coming in, holding down the household with their kids with the other parent?
Correct.
Of course, I'm going to support him in whatever way I can. We're gonna have to embrace that. I want the kids to know, their mom as well. Whatever that looks like. We may have a set day that we celebrate that person, to make sure that they're still present, and they would definitely. I want them to know that your mom would definitely want to be here to be, with you and raising you, but I'm here and I'm not trying to have you erase that memory or come in and pretend to be like that person is non-existent. Like, I want to make sure that that person is present in things that we do, whether it's a candle lighting or a balloon release or going to the beach and talking about what you do remember about that parent. It definitely has to be present in that relationship regardless.
I get that. I feel that. I like that she's leaving a space open for the kids and the parent that passed away. She's going to be celebrating that parent. So she's very open to that. That's very good. Because some people actually get angry if they're in a relationship with someone and that spouse passed away and they're crying about them because they're no longer with them. But at one point in time, they was with that person. Why shouldn't they? And I'm going to pass that over to Ocean. This is Spree's question. Is it okay for your partner or spouse to cry to you about their baby daddy passing away?
I'm sorry, because I keep laughing at Spree's comment saying he's going to cry with him because that child support gone. Hey, that has to be the top comment of the day. Like, for real. Mrs. Luke. Oh, but yes, I do think that it's okay for them to mourn the passing of a loved one, because at some point in time there had to have been some love there, some bond there, in order for them to procreate. And just because they're no longer together doesn't mean that they still don't have feelings for that person as that individual as a human being. So yes, that is, I'm okay with it, in all regard and all aspects of it. And for me, as that I guess the stepdad or whoever role that I'm playing in, if I'm already in the picture, I'm feeling that void. Like, it should be minimal absence felt, because I'm already in that role. That's my goal, is to try to make sure I make that kind of like a seamless transition. As he transfers over to the afterlife, and I'm kind of like I'm just kind of feeling that void. But I can't feel that void. Like, that's the paternal, like that's their dad. I can't feel that, and I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to help them with the healing process. That's my role in that part, just to kind of help them with their healing. So I'm not going to frown anybody or criticize anybody who go ahead and, mourn. We don't choose how we mourn. So, but the only thing that I ask, woman, is that you ain't overly all emotional at the funeral, okay? I don't want to hear that Jesus take me with him and all that other stuff. I get that energy. I'm gone. I'm out of there. I'm just letting you know that now. I'm just saying.
He said, do not be overly emotional, because that may make him feel some type of way. But we don't choose how we mourn. We do not choose how we mourn here. Oh, man. Woo. Thank you. Okay. We have came towards the end of our show. We do not have time. Like I said, we can continue to talk about this topic, okay? Next week's show is going to be even more juicier, okay? Next week's panel, I'm only going to give y'all a little insight, sneak peek. Next week's show is all top badges, okay? All top badge panel. So you definitely want to tune in. Not going to tell you the topic, but next week is all top badges. That's all you get, a little sneak peek. Okay, we're going to have everyone here on the panel introduce themselves. Judy, if you can box back up. King Aquarian, go ahead and take 15 seconds and tell them who you are, when they can find you streaming.
King Aquarian Soul. I typically stream about 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just be bouncing around the tag streets, hopping on feature shows, having conversations. So come check me out.
Come check him out. And we're going to pass it over to Big Ocean. Tell them when they can find you streaming.
Hey, and the wise words of ATL Quail, you'll find me live when I go live. Hit the live button. But I'm Big Ocean, man, aka Ocean Drive Slim. Hey man, just tap into me, and you see me active out here on that For You Are the Favorites. Go ahead and tap in with me, man. You're gonna find a whole bunch of real folks over there that you're vibing with, man. Get some good contacts and network on and off the app.
Thank you, Big Ocean. And
thank you, Strawberry.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. And Chakra Energy, gonna tell me about yourself and how they can find you.
I want to come back next week, but well, I'm Chakra Energy. Just got my top badge last Friday. I'm super active on Fridays. After the rundown, I have basically the juice box where I interview different top badges, give helpful tips on tag, and right after that, I have Play the Odds game where you guys can play with anything is better than the penny slots, y'all. We had like 9 to 10 double ups last week, and you could basically drop whatever. I spin this beautiful wheel back there. If it hit the 7, you double up. Okay. And we do that on Fridays. We get most active, but during the week, you may catch me for like 1 or 2 hours if I'm at work around between 11 to like 1 or 2. And then I'm hosting everybody's situation. You'll see me all in your box, all over this app, whether it's hosting the auction, hosting the gunny game battles. I'm super active on here. And if you need me to host something that you got going on, hit me up on Instagram, because I definitely love to host y'all. But other than that, much love. I had so much fun here.
Thank you.
I'm up now. So
yeah,
thank you for
all
the great conversation, y'all.
Bring you back next week. Bring you back. Okay, Judy, I'm going to go ahead and let you get your 10 seconds in right quick so you can take care of the little one. Go ahead.
Hey, Judy Cakes. My streaming time is weekends, pretty much anytime. Weekdays from 9 a.m. to maybe like 4 p.m. Central. Come check me out. It's a vibe over there. We always having fun. We always playing games, things like that. Thank you, Strawberry, so much for having me on the show.
Thank you,
I very much enjoyed it.
And we're going to bring it over to Truth Seeker. Tell them when they can find you, Truth Seeker.
I'm Truth. The truth shall set you free. You can find me on my stream, just like ATL when I go live. I don't have no specific time frame that I go live. Just whenever my mind be like, click that live button, go live. Hey, yo, I want to take this time to acknowledge Strawberry Red. Hey, yo, if everybody in the comment section can let us see these strawberries in the comment section and acknowledge this queen on the day of her show for being successful and glorious and beautiful and putting this life with Strawberry together for we can all be a part of it, yo, that's what it's about. We always talk about a community. This right here is coming together and uniting. That's what a community is. Thank y'all so much. Strawberry, thank you, love.
Thank you, Truth Seeker. And I'm your host, Strawberry Red. Y'all can find me streaming every day in the morning, anytime after 7 a.m. Eastern time zone for about 3 hours in the morning, from about 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning. As you know, we have the show every Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern time zone for 1 hour. Life happens with Strawberry Red. The topics are different every week. So if you want to be a part of the panel, please hit up my admin, Southside, or please add my IG and inbox me telling me that you would like to be a part of the show. Thank y'all so much. And now we got the after show.